On November 8th, 2019, I attended the Urban Action Showcase Award Ceremony at the AMC Theater, 42nd Street, New York City. It was produced by Demetrius Angelo. The Urban Action Showcase celebrates the past, present, and future multicultural achievements in the blockbuster action industry.
We have an amazing evening planned for you. History in the making. We always make a little bit of history, but this right here is going to go out into is a legacy that's being passed on that's going to extend through centuries in the history books. Tonight, Michael Jai White will receive the mantle of the Black Dragon from Ron Van Cleef, the Black Dragon. So we're going to have a dragon, a new dragon on the horizon representing our community in the action genre. So without further ado, I'm going to start the show. There we go. As I said earlier, we are going to make history unto the next 1,000 generations tonight. The mantle of the Black Dragon is being passed to the next generation. And there will be a new dragon on the horizon. Ladies and gentlemen, behold the next generation of superhero awesomeness. Michael Jai.
I feel we mustn't just walk away. Yeah. I put the word out. 500 grand for this clown dead. $1 million alive. So I can continue to manage.
Please welcome the Kobu Taiko drum group ushering in the Black Dragon, Michael Jai White. Vanessa, if you're in the house, we need you to come up front. With us today are the pioneering generation of dragons and action stars and superheroes here to usher in one of their own, Mr. Michael Jai White. So, to begin, this is what they're going to be signing. What y'all think about that? Wow. We have the Council of Masters to witness this historic event. But before we begin, I want to bring up the artist who did this in a matter of moments for me. I'm real funny in how I do stuff. I give you a little tid and a tat and hope that you get it. Will Focus, come up there. Will Focus, let everybody see you. He's the gentleman that created this award. Mr. Will Focus did an amazing job. Give it up for Will. He does all our branding. Do a quick photo, man. Quick photo here. I just want you to know that, there's a lot of people working behind the scenes to make this happen. Our sponsor this year has made this possible. You know how they say, this has been brought to you by. I want you guys to welcome one of your own who's going to speak for many of the council, and he's going to talk about legacy and why we're doing what we're doing. You know him as Oso Tayari Cassell.
In the name of God, the beneficent, the merciful, the giver and sustainer of all life, from whom all blessings flow, and to whom all praises due. For those of you who know me, you know that that's how I begin anytime I'm going to say something. What I want to make sure that I do is acknowledge what's happening today. History is something that we are taught, but we sometimes don't remember or acknowledge that we make history. Are you paying attention?
Yes, sir.
Tradition is something that transpires because of history. Something is passed on. And that's what people do. Legacy is something that happens because of your work, your commitment, your dedication. It's because of who you are that people acknowledge what you have done, and it's part of your history and your legacy. Now, it's already been said. You can look at it right there. Let's talk about it. Ron Van Cleef, Black Dragon. So this man who started training in martial arts, he decided what he was going to do was teach class. Then he said, I'm going to fight. I'm going to do all of these things. And he did it with class and style, and he beat a whole bunch of people up. That's what he did. That's the truth. Then he decided he was going to get involved in martial arts. I'm going to talk. It's my time. He got involved in this martial arts movie stuff. And then, what did he do? He became this person who was demonstrating class and style and ferocity. That's what he did. And because of his work, it is reported that Bruce Lee said, oh, you are the Black Dragon. Now, later on, oh, look at the names. Don the Dragon Wilson. Don the Dragon Wilson said, I'm going to fight, and became world champion, just like Ron Van Cleef became a world champion, defending his title with class and style everywhere. That's what he did. Don the Dragon Wilson did that. He looked good, too. Okay. Now we have a lady dragon.
Yeah.
Now we have a lady dragon. So Cynthia Rothrock decided she was going to do martial arts and win tournaments all over and become a world champion. And then she decided, I'm going to do movies too. Really, lady? And she did it with the style and the class. She made sure that everything was good. So this dragon, this other dragon, has pushed so that women were represented in a strong manner. That's what she did. Yeah, I still got time. So we're talking about passing on the legacy and the tradition. Michael Jai White has done, I believe, a little more than 50 movies. I could be mistaken. I ain't gonna follow his career all that way. Come on, give me a break. But at least 50 notable. But let me tell you what he has also done. He has trained in the martial arts under great martial arts instructors and masters. He pushed himself to develop the skill and ability to look absolutely magnificent on the screen. Am I telling the truth or not? Every time you see him, he looks good. He represents the best of what we are looking for in somebody who is going to be a dragon. A dragon is supposedly a mythical creature, but it flies. It has fire coming out of with its breath. It covers the earth strongly with presence and power and intensity. That's what he does. Every time you see him, that's what he does. That's a dragon. And so tonight, as this particular torch, as the saying goes, is being passed on, I'm honored and pleased to be part of this so that I can actually say to you, sir, the one time that I met you at Sifu Alan Goldberg's event, I introduced myself to you, and you graciously said to me, I know who you are. But I was thinking about just how special you are. This is personal. And what I love is how you treat your wife, how you talk about her, how you make sure that she is acknowledged, and all of the stuff that's going on with her is great. I love that. And I only do certain little things, but you do acknowledge when I do. Michael Jai White, great black man, great black dragon. So tonight, in front of all of these people who have come to honor you and recognize the magnificent work that this man, Demetrius Angelo, has done on this night, it's yours. And I know that you are going to carry forth that title and take it higher, because dragons soar.
It's not over. There's some more acknowledgments coming. So we're going to bring up the voice of the soft, but you know, the soft can be hard too. Welcome, Lady Sensei, Jerry Chisholm.
Good evening. Good evening to all of our shining warriors. It's such an honor to look and see all of your faces, some of you that I've watched since I was a child, some of you since I've been an adult, and I couldn't be prouder to be standing here and a part of this occasion. Brother Shidoshi, one of the things that I admire most about you is some people play a hero, but I know you really are a hero. You have served your country, you have served your city, and you have given blood for this country. So first I want to ask you to acknowledge his fighting for us. And so we build standing on your shoulders, each one of us. Sometimes people don't understand why some of these things would be so important to us. And we understand that he who controls the images controls the narrative. And for the last 100 years in cinema, our images have been controlled and narrated by others, predicated upon the enslavement of the African in America. And so tonight we gather because we're using our own voices and we're telling our own stories. And it is important to us because there will be no revisionist history of Brother Shidoshi. He is here to tell his own story. And so we stand on your shoulders and we continue to build. The women in our community are approximately 40 years behind the mantle that Brother Shidoshi transfers tonight to Brother Michael. We had our first real glimpse with the warrior women of Wakanda. It took 40 years, almost 50 years, before we could go to a cinema and see powerful images of women warriors who were military strategists and tacticians, and they weren't hypersexualized, and they were, yes, you have to clap for that. And had we had an urban action showcase 40 years ago, my generation and the 3 generations that follow me perhaps would have been more plentiful of women, Black women in the martial arts. And so our time has come. But Brother Shidoshi Van Cleef tonight sets the mantle for all of us now to begin to think about how are we telling our stories. Storytelling is one of the most powerful mediums that you could stimulate in the mind of a child. And the children in our communities look at all of us as heroes and sheroes. We didn't have those types of images before Brother Van Cleef came along. And so we looked up to the martial artists in our community. We looked up to O-Sensei Ronald Duncan. We looked up to Dr. Moses Powell. We looked up to Grandmaster Cofield and the puppet and on and on. So they were our real life superheroes. And so tonight we are witnessing history in the making. And I'm so glad that you include the women in this endeavor because we hold up the other half of the sky.
Absolutely.
And if you want this legacy to live, it must live in the hearts and the minds of the girl children too. So moving forward, those of us who tell stories through the medium of film, you are the voices. You are so powerful. You have our children's minds that you can mold. Use it, take it, run with it. Show them the best of yourself. Show them the best of themselves and what they could be. I thank you so much for being here to celebrate this wonderful occasion, and thank you so much for what you are doing for the images of women here at the Urban Action Showcase. My best to Mrs. Van Cleef, because he is standing there because you're standing there too. Ashe.
Welcome to Cynthia Lady Dragon Rothman. Say every word about your brother. You gotta bring in Lady Dragon. Ladies and gentlemen, Lady Dragon.
Hi, I'm just very honored to be here. I'm honored to be a representation for women, to be the dragon, because like you just said, men and women, we're dragons and everybody is. But so thank you. To Grandmaster Ron Van Cleef, I've known him so long and I've loved you so much, and I am so inspired by you, even today, back then. And now I am so inspired to see you out there competing at your age, and to be so fit and to compete against younger people. And that's kind of how I feel. I feel that, you know, age doesn't matter as long as we stay fit and we're happy and we're positive and we train and we still keep our martial arts training. We don't stop. We never stop. And also to Michael. Michael, I've known you so long, and I remember him as basically a movie star, and I didn't know he did martial arts until one day he was doing a seminar and I saw you kick someone in the head. I don't know, I think it was Bill Wallace, right? And I was like, oh my God. And I am such a big fan. I love your movies, and I just want to say welcome into the Dragon world, and so happy to be part of the Dragons, and honor you and love you, and congratulations.
Don the Dragon Wilson.
My hero.
First, I'd like to say congratulations, Michael. And if anybody in this room deserves it, he's sitting right there, Michael. Congratulations. I've been punched in the head 10,000 times, so I don't know the exact dates when we met, but I know it was in the early 90s. And so I don't know how old you are now, but I know you were like a teenage kid then. He was like a young kid. And we were training at Beyond Use. And this guy was trying to get me to stretch, which I don't stretch. Everybody who knows me knows I don't stretch. But Michael was trying to help me out, and I looked at him, and I could tell there was something different about him than a lot of guys, you know. The things I said up here, yeah, he shows respect, which he did then, and perseverance, because he kept, the career, as Michael knows, it's a roller coaster ride. You go up and down, and for him to be as successful as he is, I know he's persevered. He showed, what's the other one? The honor? Yeah, he's very honorable to me, and he's an honorable man as far as I know. I can't really comment too much on that, but as far as I know, he's a very honorable man. So, I'm not joking, Mike. I don't know that part about you. All right, but I know this. The humility, let me tell you something. When it comes to the Hollywood food chain, this guy's way up there, way above the dragon of me. And he treated me with respect, honor, dignity, and everything you would want to be treated by a younger, inexperienced martial artist when he was young. And he treats me exactly the same way now, and invites me to all his fights he has at his house. And he's got a big screen in his house. He's got his own movie theater. You think this place is good? Mike's house has got this beat. But because the food is great there, by the way. He's going to have a long line of people in LA trying to get in. But anyway, he is a real true example of what I believe they mean, that you mean, Demetrius, about giving this award. All the qualities I see up there, I believe Michael embodies and is an example, and I'm so happy that we have someone like him who's reaching the top, because we have some other ones that have gotten high on the Hollywood food chain and did not show these things that Michael does. So congratulations, Michael, and I'm happy for you. Thank you.
How about the last dragon?
What?
There is one place that you have not looked, and it is there, only there, where you find the master. You know we're celebrating the 35th anniversary of The Last Dragon, right? Y'all gotta stop playing up in there.
How's everybody?
Hey!
What an event, huh? Demetrius, my man. My man. The first time Demetrius told me about this event and, I showed up. I don't do that for almost anybody because they don't have the class and honor and integrity and so many qualities this man has, and I've been showing up for him every year, and I know that's why Michael's here, and I have the same to say about this gentleman here. He says that, I inspired him to get into the movies and all that stuff. Well, you're inspiring me now, my brother. That's what counts, now. Mm-hmm. So I don't have anything else to say except for thank you.
Vanessa.
That's dope.
So what we're about to do now is, once Vanessa and Rochelle goes over there, they're gonna help y'all see where to sign, because I can't see. But we got some pens up there, and we got the Council of the Grand Masters with us. So the first one I want to call is the pioneer of the action genre, Fred the Hammer Williamson. Fred the Hammer. Fred, they're going to show you where to sign.
Always have a time.
Yeah, always have.
Let me just say this. You can see it. It's not easy being us. And we know what the us is. You have to take your goal and your concepts and your ideas in your own hand and provide your own motivation. You don't get the help that other people get. All my life, I'm sure it's not any different than Michael's life. When you're young, everybody tells you what you can't do. Nobody says, go do this. My mother used to say, why you want to go live over there? Why you want to do that? I remember when I wanted to play football, they gave me a letter to take home so that the parents could sign it, so if you got hurt, the school wouldn't be responsible. She wouldn't sign it. She said, no, you can't play football. It's okay, I forged her name. Took it back to the school. Now, I knew that I had to do something to live up to my lie about coming home late every day. And I told my mother I was studying in study hall. That's why I'm late coming home. I didn't tell her I was practicing football, but I had to study. So to make my lie work, I had to make good grades. So in high school, I was an A student. I graduated my top class. My motivation was my lie. And I'm sure you had to do the same thing sometimes to achieve the things that you want to do, us I'm talking about.
Sure.
But she fooled me, because when I graduated and went to the prom, she gave me a scrapbook with all my stuff in it. So she knew what I was doing. We provide our own motivation. Do not look outside of yourself
for energy, for things that you want to do, because it ain't gonna be there. It's not going to be there. When I got my first job on a set, I never went to the trailer and had drinks and all the food. I stood down and watched everything, and I bugged the crew. What do you call that? Why do you move that light? What's a 4K? What's a 3K? What is that thing? By the time I finished, I knew everything about making movies. Can I load sometimes? They let me load the camera. I was not playing the big shot, trying to become a superstar. I just wanted to be successful. Not too long ago, I watched Michael in one of his films. I texted him, I sent him a message. And I said, you are growing. As an actor, you are growing. Congratulations, keep it up, and you will achieve your goals. Did I not do that to you? This is my respect. It ain't easy being me, because I'm considered a troublemaker. You know? I can't help it if I'm that way. I'm cocky. Because I'm smart.
Yeah, baby.
I'm good looking. I have all the advantages. They don't have the advantages. I have them. I'm tall, I'm dark, I'm handsome, and I'm smart. And you know what makes me that way? Black jelly beans. Check this out. I'm 81. I'm not limping, I'm not stuttering, I'm 81. I can jump over as many cars. No, that's not right. I can jump over some cars. I can't jump over as many cars as Michael, but I can still jump over some cars. You know? So to me, it's all fun. Tell me what I can't do makes me inspiring. This inspires me, fires me up. Tell me again what I can't do, and I will do it 5 times and then rub it in your face. So I congratulate Michael. I have told him that from the heart. Again, I say to you live, my man, keep it up, grow. Thank you.
I need you to come up and sign your name with these lovely young ladies to witness this event. And then we're going to hand you your own as being a part of this event. And I want you guys to go out. We have a surprise for you out there after we take these pictures, do some interviews, and celebrate this event some more. Grandmaster David James. I studied with his instructor, Professor V, when I was young. Thank you, sir, for being here. Now don't go nowhere though. Don't y'all go nowhere, because we gotta all take a picture and we need to listen to the man that holds the mantle, pass the mantle. C for Alan Goldberg. Grandmaster Hassan Khalif. Thank you, sir, for showing up. Y'all should know, a lot of these folks don't know me. They showed up because they know Mike. They heard Mike. They ain't hear Demetrius. They like, who? You know I just paid you last week. I ain't got no more money. Hanchi Rico guy. I hope y'all are streaming on Instagram and Twitter and Hitter and Jitter. And the rest of them just don't get bitter. Lady Sensei Jerry Chisholm. Once again, do not go anywhere. Grandmaster Sam McGee. Thank you, Grandmaster, for being a part of this. These are the individuals who have the authority to back something like this. Usually it's a reporter that gives somebody a name. Now you know the real deal. This is the real deal. Grandmaster Maurice Elman. Come on, Grandmaster. Elman. This is the publisher of Voodoo Magazine, ladies and gentlemen. Kiyoshi Derek Williams. Also, Tayari Cassell. Grandmaster Lamar Thornton. Y'all heard of Wesley Snipes, right? Well, there wouldn't be no Wesley Snipes if it wasn't Grandmaster Lamar Thornton. Seafood Robert Samuels. That's one of Samuel Hunt's proteges. Seafood Vincent Lynn. Remember, don't go anywhere. Grandmaster Bill McLeod. Grandmaster Gregory Duncan. Grandmaster Michael De Pasquale Jr. Sensei Felix Vasquez was feeling ill and could not make it, but we want to acknowledge his presence and wish him well. Shadoshi Glenn Perry. Now, once again, I told y'all not to go nowhere, please. We're about to do something. Filmmakers, I'm almost there. I got you covered. It's about to be your time. It's about to be your hour of power. Will all of the grandmasters that I mentioned line up for me, please? All of the grandmasters that I mentioned that signed, I need you to line up back here, please. Line up in a row, please. Yeah, I'm gonna bring you up. All the grandmasters line up. Grandmaster Dennis Brown, my apologies, please. Grandmaster Brown, come on up. Now, we're not doing a picture yet. I need the holders of the mantle. The holders of the mantle. Grandmaster Ron Van Cleef, the holder of the Black Dragon mantle. Come up in the center, Grandmaster. Cynthia Lady Dragon Rothrock. Don the Dragon Wilson. Tarmac the Last Dragon. Listen, watch what I'm doing now. I want you guys in the front, those 4 dragons that I called. Now, Grandmaster Ron Van Cleef is going to pass the mantle of the Black Dragon to Michael Jai White. In the presence of every living dragon, Tarmac the Last Dragon, and all the Grandmasters.
In 1971, Bruce Lee told me that I was the Black Dragon. In 1973, I started making films as the character of the Black Dragon. Well, it's been a long time, 1973. I've had an opportunity to work with Cynthia Rothrock, Don Wilson. It's been quite an interesting journey, but as we get older, we want to make sure that our legacy continues. And I'd like to take this opportunity to pass the mantle and the title of Black Dragon to Michael Jai White.
My goodness, you're seeing my heroes right here with me. What Sensei Jerry Chisholm said is so apropos, so true in the fact that our images mean a great deal. And this medium that I've been so lucky to be a part of is a part of what brought me here. What you're seeing, these are my heroes. Now understand, it's sometimes it's difficult for me. To be on the on the receiving end. If you bring me a sandwich, I'm overwhelmed. And to absorb what's happening today is beyond my wildest dreams. I become that kid that came to the theater and saw the image of this man right here that inspired me. And I said, I want to be like that. I want to be like that. I saw this man in the closest thing to a superhero I've ever seen in my life at the time. On film at the Studio Cinema Theater as a child. I think it was about probably 78, 79. and I watched The Black Dragon. I saw this image, and I saw every screening of that movie till it left the theater. Every single screening. I started finding who I was in those images. I saw that image of this man who inspires me today. I saw the images of Fred the Hammer Williamson, who inspires me still to this day, in all his glory and power. And I said, I want to be like that. I saw Cynthia Rothrock when I was, I think it was early 80s. I was on my own. I've been on my own since I was 14. And Eric Chen, who was a big brother of mine, brought me to see Fu Chao Pai. And I think it was City College. And I saw you do the double hooks. And that inspired me to do Chinese martial arts. When I saw Lon Van Cleef when I was a youngster, and then I found out there was a guy in my neighborhood named Tonka Ramos who was connected with his system, Chinese Goju. Goju became part of the map for me, and I started training because of this man. This man was on my wall. His beautiful image in a low kung fu stance and this beautiful rendition of his garb. I had that on my wall. I said, I want to be like that. Don the Dragon Wilson, even though you didn't know, you were a hero of mine. I saw you fight. I was in an early movie of yours as a day player. I trained right next to you a number of times. You didn't know, but I was there several times, and you've been one of the most honest and humble people I've ever. As a fighter, as a person who has fought and did movies and was the nicest, one of the nicest human beings, and he continues to be. And I said, I want to be like that, okay? I mean, and then Timac. I was around with Jerry. Jerry could attest to it. Jerry Fontenez could attest to this. When you first came out, I was so proud. I was so proud. And I studied and I watched and I said, this powerful, beautiful man, martial artist, has come about in this age of this, martial arts movies and stuff, and I said, I have to learn this industry because I saw your image and not be. I was like, how is the world not going after this? And I said, okay, we got to learn this. We got to learn it from the business side as well. And you inspired me to do that. And that's why even when I did plays, I want you to come out and do the plays with me because you were an inspiration and continue to be that. With these people, I mean, for me to see this, I had to get myself together and say, wait a minute, you're gonna bestow this title, the title that brought me here, upon me? Oh, I'm glad I had the time from that beautiful drum selection that you, beautiful. And I'm saying this is, but I share this with all of you because all of you are part of making me. You're inspiring me. You continue to inspire me. Even to this day, I want to be doing the same thing. And I gotta say, this is something that I feel we all should celebrate together because this You are my community. You inspire. There's nothing in Hollywood that they can give me that will fulfill me anywhere near the way that this fulfills me. Because this is that kid in the movie theater standing here right now. Okay, and it's a testament to what we do as far as martial artists. And from belt level, from white belt to yellow belt, we overcome obstacles. And what is life if not overcoming obstacles? And we are taught the mechanisms to succeed in life. This is a celebration of that. To celebrate me is to celebrate yourselves. And man, there's no greater family that I can celebrate this with. Thank you so much.
Okay, well, hold on. Cynthia, sign. The Dragons are passing the mantle. Michael, we present these to you, sir. You are well deserved. Could you guys surround him? Move back, please, photographers.
Everybody back up. All photographers back up, please.
Doug Perry, come on up
All
here.
dragons and Visions.
We're gonna get you to sign. Doug Perry's gonna sign. Everybody come up for this that I've called. Doug Perry, please sign. My apologies, sir.
That's okay. I love you all. This is my family.
Yes. Dennis, sign on the side. Okay, if everybody can step back towards the screen and allow Michael to be in front.